Pokémon Legends Arceus is kind of bad. Now, before you start commenting, I want you to know that I love Pokemon. My very first game that introduced me to the series is Pokemon Black and White, and their sequels solidified my love for this franchise. I enjoyed XY, Oraz, Sun and Moon, and even BDSP. The Ultra games and Sword and Shield are the exception in my experience. The consensus is that the Pokemon games have been dropping in quality with each installment. I will say there have been some black sheep in recent years, but I still held on to hope that the series would become my favorite again. When Legends Arceus was first announced, I was very skeptical. I didn't think that Game Freak had the experience nor the time to make a full-fledged game like this. Now, I will say, I was pleasantly surprised that the game runs on my Switch so smoothly with no noticeable frame rate drops. I was actually shocked that they pulled off a game of this size. But just because they can make such an ambitious game, the question is, should they? I've been playing for about 3 days now, with almost 4 stars, and I had put my game down about 8 times now because I was just so bored of it. I'm usually never bored of Pokemon, and I was disappointed by this game, especially with how grand it is, and the hype from the fanbase had only elevated my excitement for it. But playing through it for a day, I was exploring around the maps, and the magic of it all quickly disappeared after the initial first day. I was no longer enchanted by its vast open world, and the town was, after exploring, it quickly became boring to me. And the story didn't help much either. And speaking of the story, I'm always having to spam the A button just to skip the dialogue, and there is so much dialogue. I feel like every other minute there's a cutscene. I know this is a story-based game, but I feel suffocated from how much dialogue there actually is, and I found myself not caring about the story and just wanting to skip over it. I knew Gen 7 was bad, but this is a whole nother level. And if we're talking about levels, my Pokemon were always severely underleveled and kept fainting, so I had to keep going to the base camp to heal them. Sure, you can say that I can use healing items, but they're very expensive and I have to save my money on Pokeballs. I know, you can craft your own Pokeballs, but materials are so scarce and I much prefer to buy them the old-fashioned way. Although, you can only buy Pokeballs with the money you make catching Pokemon using Pokeballs. I wish there were trainer battles that you could use to grind for money. None of my other Pokemon in the PC are accessible anymore. I have to switch them out from the guy at the camp settlement or from the lady in the town. It was such a quality of life feature in Sword and Shield, and it sucks that they went a step back. Another gripe I had was that catching the same Pokemon is really repetitive to me, because now it's a requirement to complete the Pokedex. Completing the Pokedex was always something that was optional, and you just needed to collect the badges to access the end of the game. In Legends, you have to catch the same Pokemon 10 times and battle with it to complete a single Pokedex entry. Good thing there's only 300 Pokemon in the Dex. And that leads me to the next problem. Legends Arceus was first advertised as if it would have every single Pokemon. I mean, the primary goal is to complete the Pokedex. Why not include every Pokemon? I guess using less Pokemon is their way of keeping the bar low for the quality of each installment. Not only that, but battling is not as fun as it used to be, and the new battling styles add nothing to the gameplay. Level grinding really holds true to its name in this title. My Pokemon are constantly fainting because they're so underleveled, and each battle offers minimal experience, making it tedious to level up. I had put down my game after grinding for half an hour, only to have leveled up just barely, and I was still underleveled. Honestly, I didn't have a fun experience playing this game, and I honestly don't have any hope for Game Freak anymore. I don't think I'll be buying the next game, and I'll just go back to playing the older titles. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I did not enjoy this game, and that's just my opinion. I'd much rather play BDSP, but you'd probably want to pick this up yourself. so don't let this video sway your opinion of the game. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Nick, signing off.